男なら誰かのために強くなれぶつかり合って精一杯やってみろ泣いてもいいよ
Hey everybody, it's your captain here. Gonna give my review of this little independent film that just came out. I'm pretty sure some of you have heard of it. Something Marvel's Avengers Infinity War. It's supposed to be like, the culmination of almost 10 years worth of... Yeah, I can't keep that up. But yeah, Infinity War, probably one of the most ambitious projects to ever come out of any movie studio, like, ever. And let me start by saying I enjoyed it. I know, surprise, surprise, I enjoyed this movie. But yeah, it was a pretty good movie. Like, this is not a movie that you should go see if you know nothing about the Marvel movies, because they do not, I repeat, do not hold your hand whatsoever. They kind of just throw it all out there. They throw the characters in your face and be like, here they are. If you know what they're talking about and if you know why they're acting this way towards each other, then hey, good for you. If you don't, sorry. But, we did kind of warn you. And to be fair, they did warn us. They did say, hey, this is, what all the last 18... No, isn't this 18 or is this 19? Whatever. Last bazillion Marvel movies have been leading up to. So, while I get that every movie should stand on its own and tell a complete story from start to finish, I feel like Infinity War should get a pass on that, just because it is the first of its kind, like the first project like this to happen. And I mean, come on, you're getting all this great stuff. Why you want to ding this movie just because it's doing something different? If you didn't want to do the research before going in, it's your own fault. But yeah, I enjoyed this movie. And the best part of the movie, and I know a lot of people say this about a lot of superhero films, and some cases it's true, some cases it isn't, but the best part of this movie is Thanos. This is actually Thanos' movie. He is the only character in the movie that actually gets any kind of real arc. Like, there's a couple little mini arcs here and there, but for the most part, Thanos is the main focus of this movie, and it makes sense, because he's the one that, that everybody's been worried about for like so long. All the hype been building up. Kind of, makes sense that you should make it about him. So, brief synopsis. Thanos is on a quest to collect the Infinity Stones so he can bring balance to the universe. And I guess I will discuss spoilers, because there's lots of stuff that's going on in this movie, and it's really hard to talk about it without talking about spoilers. So, spoilers, you've been warned. I don't care if you didn't see it. Why are you even watching an Infinity War review if you haven't seen Infinity War? Huh? Whatever. Anyways, he's on his quest to get the Infinity Stones to bring balance to the universe, because in his mind there is a finite number of resources in the galaxy and population is getting way too out of control, and he feels that it is his burden to be the one to bring balance to the universe, because this happened on his planet Titan, where he's from, where overpopulation was happening more and more and more, and he proposed his idea of, hey, let's kill off half the population. No need to be stingy. Whoever, rich, old, young, poor, whatever, everyone is equal in the eyes of death. And his planet didn't listen to him, cast him out as a mad Titan, and then his planet died. So he's coming at it from experience. So he begins his quest to bring balance, and I'm losing my train of thought here. The movie opens with him pretty much picks up almost exactly where Ragnarok left off, with if you saw the post-credit scene in Ragnarok, they were confronted, the ship was going through space with all the Asgardians on it, and they were confronted by a giant ship. Guess who that was? It was Thanos. And he killed half of everybody that was on that ship. We don't know what happens to characters like Valkyrie or Korg or Meek, but we do see Loki, Heimdall, Thor, and the Hulk. And Heimdall is killed right after using the last bit of his power to send Hulk back to Earth, after Hulk just gets his ass handed to him by Thanos. I was so sad. I'm like, fuck, not Hulk, no. But yeah, just got completely wrecked by Thanos in hand-to-hand combat. Didn't think it was possible, but it happened. So, and then afterwards, Heimdall gets stabbed and dies. And then, did he get stabbed? I'm pretty sure he got stabbed. And then Thor just gets his ass handed to him, and Thanos demands that Loki hands over. You know what? I'm not going to break down this whole fucking movie. Thanos kills Loki, gets the Tesseract. He now has 2 stones because he apparently destroyed Xandar, and they chose not to show that. I'm very disappointed because I was calling it from the start that they were going to open with Thanos just completely wrecking Xandar. But I guess Xandar is just not that important. Which, I see. I get it. I may not be happy about it, but I'm not a super upset nerd about it. Whatever. Yeah, so no, Loki and Heimdall are gone. Hulk, back to Earth, blah, blah, blah. Oh, God, there's just so much in this movie. Let's see. Hulk ends up in the Sanctum with Doctor Strange and Wong. Doctor Strange goes and finds Tony, and tells him, hey, what's up? I got your buddy. He's got a message for us all. And Bruce is all like, dude, there's this guy, he kicked my ass. He's coming to destroy everybody. And he wants the Infinity Stones, and that guy's got one. Talking about Doctor Strange, he's got one, and then the Vision's got the other one. So he's coming here to fuck shit up and take stones and kick ass or whatever. And while they're having this discussion, Thanos' minions show up. Squidward and not Hulk show up to wreck New York. Big epic battle ensues. They capture him. And I guess I am describing this whole fucking movie. Oh, dude. Like, this movie it's playing out in my brain. And, oh, God. Alright, you know what? No. I'm not going to describe the whole movie to you. Go see the fucking movie. Because it's heart-wrenching. And alright, I will discuss, because obviously Thanos gets all the stones. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense if he didn't. Even though there were plenty of opportunities where the heroes could have stopped him, sort of thing, but their own selfish actions kept them from doing it. mainly Star-Lord being a fucking dumbass, but it's kind of Star-Lord's character, so it makes sense. Giving into his emotions and whatnot, you'll see, it's very heartbreaking. But Thanos gets all the stones, completes the gauntlet, and does the whole snap of the finger, and half of the universe starts disappearing. And that whole sequence and the end where people start disappearing is very nerve-wracking because you don't know who exactly, because everyone who's quote-unquote dying kind of just fades away. And at any point, it could be any character that fades away. And, you know, there's a few that are kind of like, okay, whatever, like Bucky fades, Sam fades. But then they lost me when they made T'Challa fade away. And I was like, wait, what? And then it sort of dawned on me like, oh, because they also got rid of Doctor Strange. Pretty much all the Guardians except for Rocket. Oh, excuse me. And Spider-Man. Ooh, and that one was brutal because it was the most fleshed out death scene out of all of them, where Peter's like, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Tony's like, I don't want you to die. So pretty much we're left with the old guard of Avengers. The original crew is still alive. And they're like, shit, what are we going to do? And Thanos is back on what looks like his home planet, revitalized, all cocky with himself. So mad props to Marvel for letting the bad guy, like, win. Just to break everybody's hearts and be like, hey, you like these guys? Guess what? They're dead. But sorry for the vape sounds, but not that sorry. This movie is kind of setting up its sequel, even though they were all like, oh, this is going to be a standalone, and the other one's going to be a standalone. And no, it's not. It's a part 1 and a part 2. This one's setting up the next one, and it's going to be the old Avengers finding a way to bring everyone back and right all the wrongs. And in doing so, and I don't even feel comfortable calling anything anymore because none of the things I called for this movie happened. And I'm a little sad with myself, but happy at the movie that it did that because, you know, it wasn't as predictable as it could have been. But you can kind of see that the last movie, that, like, with this ending, it really hits home that the next movie is going to be the old guard giving up the mantle of being Earth's mightiest heroes to the new guard. And speaking of the new guard, that post-credit scene, very bare minimum, but I mean, all of them are. But just teasing out Captain Marvel like that, love it. Can't wait. So go out, give this movie your money, give it your money again and again, because it deserves it. They did the best possible movie they could have done in this situation. So I would give this movie 10 Godzillas out of 10. Alright? So alright, guys and girls and pets and whoever else is listening. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
ただそれだけできれば